Hey everyone, welcome to Man Cave Insider. I'm Dennis. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can see past and future videos. We are here in my man cave, and this room is filled with things I've collected my entire life. These are the stories behind them. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new release from Warner Brothers of Batman Year One, the animated film celebrating its 10th anniversary, which was just released on 4K. This animated film chronicles one of the most important and memorable comic books in the history of Batman. Batman premiered in Detective Comics number 27 in 1939. By the 50s and the 60s, the character had taken on a much more comedic tone, which was displayed prominently in the 1966 Batman television series starring Adam West. The character took on a new life in the comic books in the 70s and 80s with a more gritty, serious noir quality to it. And in 1986, DC Comics published the landmark series The Dark Knight Returns, written by Frank Miller, which is regarded as one of the greatest graphic novels of all time. The Dark Knight Returns chronicles an old Batman retired for over 10 years coming back to fight crime in Gotham one more time, and was seen as the culmination of the history of the character. Also in this time in 1986, DC Comics started rebooting many of their main characters, starting with Superman with the limited series The Man of Steel. And in 1987, they turned to Frank Miller to revitalize the character in their monthly Batman series. Batman Year One was written by Frank Miller and drawn by artist David Mazzucchelli. It was a 4-part series that began with Batman issue number 404 and continued to issue number 407 and has since been released in individual trade paperbacks. The story of Batman Year One has Bruce Wayne returning to Gotham after being away for 12 years while he was training to become a crime fighter and avenge the death of his parents. At the same time, Lieutenant Jim Gordon arrives in Gotham with his pregnant wife, and he must contend with not only the crime in Gotham, but a corrupt police force. Throughout the story, both Bruce Wayne and Jim Gordon are establishing their identities in Gotham City, and by the end of the story, they realize the value in working with each other to fight crime throughout Gotham. The legacy of Batman Year One has had a profound effect in the cinematic existence of Batman. After the disappointing reviews and return of 1997's Batman and Robin, Warner Brothers felt the time was right to reboot the series. Director Darren Aronofsky and writer Frank Miller wrote a script inspired by Batman Year One. Warner Brothers ultimately passed on that script and eventually released Batman Begins, directed by Christopher Nolan in 2005, which took great inspiration in the look and the storyline from Batman Year One. The animated film adaptation Batman Year One was released on Blu-ray and DVD in 2007 with a PG-13 rating, which is very rare for an animated film. It had a budget of $3.5 million and grossed $6.1 million in sales. Ben McKenzie voiced Bruce Wayne, Bryan Cranston did the voice of Jim Gordon, Eliza Dushku voiced Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, and Katie Sackhoff did the voice of Detective Sue Eisen. This 10th anniversary commemorative edition includes the film in 4K and Blu-ray, and it also has several bonus features such as a standalone Catwoman short film and several documentaries that include interviews with many of the creators of the Batman comic books and an extensive look at the history of Batman in comics since 1939. So let's go ahead and take a look at the new commemorative edition of Batman Year One. So this is the 4K release of the animated film Batman Year One, the commemorative edition, which chronicles Bruce Wayne's first year as the Batman. On the back, it's got a list of all the bonus features as well as a description of the film. This comes with a digital code, which I've already taken out, and it's on 2 discs. It's got the film on Blu-ray and 4K. It's a great presentation of a great graphic novel miniseries, and fans of the comic book are really going to enjoy this version of Batman Year One. So that is it for our look at the commemorative edition of Batman Year One, released on 4K. I want to thank Warner Brothers for giving me the opportunity to review this release, and I'm going to put a link in the description where you can get this. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.